We want to thank you for coming tonight to this night's Meet the Candidates. If everyone can just get settled, make sure that you can see. We'll be showing a video at the beginning, and then we'll have some time for questions and answers up here in the front. Tonight is a culmination of some work that Jane Stahl had been working on in Studio B in putting together this venue to get all the candidates together. And coincidentally, we happen to be meeting with Community United for Boyertown tonight here in this location. And together we thought this would be a space that could fit more people. So we're glad that many of you have come, and perhaps others will come for this time. Our purpose tonight is to, on one side, give candidates the opportunity to articulate their positions, to help us to understand who they are, what they feel their motivation is, and what kinds of changes that they want to bring to the Boyertown School Board and the Boyertown School District. For us as a community, this is an opportunity for us to ask questions and to think critically about who we want to vote and who we want to be a part of our school board. Community United for Boyertown was organized to be a volunteer movement that essentially unites us as a community, not just one group or not setting up one segment, but uniting all groups, all ideas in Boyertown, whether you're a student, a parent, a community member, a teacher, administration, school board, everyone to be talking 360 degrees about what the issues are. And the good news is many people have come together, and we've been able to see a lot of positive and collaborative work that has resulted in a lot of positive revenue generating ideas, as well as involvement toward being involved in community task forces, etc. in the community. We want to move as a community toward thinking, rational, and viable solutions to problems. We want to move away from emotion and demand. And I'll say to the school board candidates tonight, we don't really want to come to school board meetings and have to circle around the building and bring our instruments and wear our shirts. You know, we're proud of those things as a community, but that's not really what we want to do. We're looking for a school board that not only votes for us, but a school board that works for us. It doesn't say, hey, we need more ideas. That says, hey, I'll come up with those ideas. I'll work with the school administration. I'll work with you as a community to do that. And so that's a purpose here tonight. I would say that to exhort you as a group to consider that in your answers and in the work that you do going forward. As a community, we're here because we're interested in working with you as a team, because I think we all want the kind of Boyertown that's going to continue to prosper and have a school district that will continue to be perhaps even better than the top 100 in the state as far as music and other attributes. So I'm going to turn this over now to Jim Davidheiser, who's our moderator tonight, and he'll give us some ground rules and help you understand where we go from here. Jim.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you for all coming out tonight. Special thank you to my colleague, Ed Peabody, who keeps me in line and tries to keep me in line, and he's also handling the timing tonight, and he's going to be screening questions as well. Again, a thank you to Bob Morrison, Jane Stahl, and other folks who were involved in organizing this event. Just a reminder again, the primary election is next Tuesday, May 17th. A few housekeeping items. First off, we're starting just a little bit late, so we're going to conclude tonight our absolute curfew. To be fair to everyone, will be 8:40. It was going to be 8:30, but it will be 8:40 p.m. Wherever we're at in terms of questions or whatever, if we're not through, well, that's the ground rule. We will stop at 8:40. I would ask for appropriate and respectful decorum from all those attending. Also, please, so we can keep things moving, we would ask that there be no applause until the very conclusion of this event. Please respect that. No applause until the very conclusion of the event. We will have a video from Matthew Green, one of the candidates, in just a minute or so. The voters' guides are available. I think Bob mentioned that. You can pick one up on your way out tonight. The format, we have 2 questions which all the candidates have been advised of in advance. Each candidate will have an opportunity to answer each of those questions, comment on those questions. They will have 2 minutes each to do that. At the conclusion of that segment, those 2 questions, we will open it up to questions from the audience. We have index cards and pens if you need them here on the table. If you need a card, just raise your hand and we'll have somebody pass out cards. So if you have a question that you think is pertinent, that a candidate should answer, please submit that. And we, that is, Ed and I, reserve the right to screen those questions. The only reason we would not allow a question if we feel it's terribly slanted or if we feel it's truly in poor taste. Otherwise, we will use that question if time permits. That question will be answered by every candidate. It will not be directed to just one candidate. And for those questions, the time limit will be 1 minute and 30 seconds each. 1 minute and 30 seconds each. We will rotate the sequence of the responders for each question. We'll do as well as we possibly can, and we'll try to keep on task, and we'll try to be fair about that. So at this point, before we get into the questions, we're going to have this video. If someone wants to get that started.
Hi, my name is Matthew Green. I'm running for Boyertown School Board in Region 1, Earl Township, Washington Township, Boyertown Township, Beckelsville Borough, and Valley. My background, a little bit about myself. I'm a 35-year resident of Earl Township, actually still living in the same house that I've lived in for all that time, with my wife and my 2 daughters, an 8-year-old who is in Earl Elementary School, currently in 2nd grade, and my 5-year-old who's going to start kindergarten in the fall. We're very invested in the Boyertown School District. We love it here. Product of the Boyertown School System. I'm very proud to be part of Boyertown. If you ask my colleagues where I work as a teacher at Governor Mifflin School District, they will tell you I brag about our district on a regular basis. We were asked to answer a couple of questions this evening. I apologize first that I won't be there to interact with you directly. I am on a field trip today with my 8th graders to Washington, D.C. In fact, at this current time, I'm probably very, very tired and sitting on a bus on the way back with a big smile on my face. So as much as I could not be here this evening, I am having fun where I am. But I do want to be in touch with you if you have any questions for me. I'll give you some contact information at the end. First question we were asked was what qualifies us to be on the school board. I am an educator. I've been a teacher for 13 years in high school and middle school. I am also very involved in the school district in planning, not only in curriculum, but also planning for facilities, for teacher and service training. I work with my administration and my school board on a regular basis. I'm actually currently an officer in my Teachers Association and have gone through the negotiations process and can see it from both sides. I'm happy to work with my school board on any engagement we get to, and I've seen how things can work constructively and how much progress can be made when the district, the board, and the community does work together towards a common goal. One of my goals on the school board is to increase community involvement. I'll talk about how I'll do that in a minute, but also to work on long-range planning. I'd like to see us develop some better and more visible, more available long-range 5- and 10-year plans that include hopefully some financial plans for the long term. Those will be easy to measure if we've made progress on that by looking back in a year or two and seeing where we are in relation to our goals financially within the community and within the district. The second question we were asked was how would we suggest to increase communication beyond the 3 minutes comment period that's available at board meetings. One of the things that I'd like to do as a director is hold town hall meetings monthly. I would do them on a rotating basis between a location in Earl Township, a location in Coburgtown Township or Bechtelsville area, and a location in Washington Township or Valley, so that on a 3-month rotation it would move from area to area, and everybody would have a location close by where they could come and discuss things with me. Additionally, I'll make my phone number, my email address, and my home address available, that if people would like to come and discuss situations with me, they're more than welcome to. All I ask is that you bring a positive attitude, and I'll be glad to listen to you, so long as you'll listen to me. As for language, again, since I'm not available this evening, if you do have specific questions for me, several ways you can get a hold of me. First, by phone, 610-473-8628. You can also get a hold of me by email. It is G as in George, L as in Larry, H as in Harry, S as in Sam, 314@yahoo.com. GLHS314@yahoo.com. I do have a Facebook page, both my personal page and a school board page, where I will interact and answer questions publicly that are posted publicly. And I would also be available at any time for you to catch up with me at community events, before or after school board meetings. And one of my major goals, as I mentioned, is to increase community involvement. I believe that we can measure that by taking a look at where we're at a few years from now, and hopefully people will feel that they are more involved in the process. It does not always mean that people will get exactly what they're looking for. They have a say, and the district is the community, and the community is the district. We need to work together to grow and to meet the goals that we set for ourselves. Thanks for your time. Again, if you would like to ask me any questions, please just get a hold of me. And I look forward to talking with you soon. Please come out and vote on the 17th, no matter what. But I hope if you're in Region 1 that you'll consider voting for me the 17th. Thank you very much.
Who wants to hit the light, please? Okay, we will begin the questioning portion of the segment this evening. And as I said, each candidate will have 2 minutes to answer this question.